Get the tunnel. Get the tunnel.
There's 1 minute of the second round. One, two, three, score!
Good luck, mate. Good luck.
Well, here we go. We have arrived at the penultimate match of the 2022 Junior Regional Championship right here in Tuggerah on the beautiful Central Coast. And this is a big clash. It is, of course, the Hunter Hornets in the purple taking on the Sydney Scorpions in the green. The 18 boys grand final, these two sides have been absolute standouts, and the Hornets came up with quite a surprising result in the semi-final to defeat the Sydney Mets. And David Stone, I can tell you now, I am very keen for this one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one too. I like these big games, and especially the 18s boys. They've got a bit of a self-interest in them, and there's a few players here I'm really keen to watch, and a few players that could press their foot forward for an Origin squad position.
Of course, David is coaching the men's 20s. This is pretty much the tournament where boys become men, so to speak. They're turning 18, they're putting on an incredible show, and it will be the Hunter Hornets who start with first use of possession. And they push forward through Steele. Numbers both sides. Back out towards Steele here, though. Playing at a frenetic pace to start with, and trying to burrow under them is Plaister. They were there pretty quickly, though, the Scorpions. And look, if you're not 100% used to touch, if you've only just tuned in, I can tell you now the pace of these boys is enormous, as is that cutout pass, and it's an absolute ripper right into the hands of Hugh Doherty, and the Nelson Bay Jr. puts the Hunter Hornets in front.
Yeah, beautiful ball there by Lennon. He's been really impressive this tournament. A lot of people have been talking about him, and he's played really well. Him and Eagleton are two players to watch in the Hornets. Then you've also got Josh Turner and the Masters boys. Also Engels Cork in the Scorpions side.
It is the Scorpions now who will touch it off, and there is one of those players you just mentioned, Max Masters, followed by the captain, Josh Turner. So the big guns are all out there, of course. Scorpions, though, it's hard to pick who isn't a big gun on that side. There's so much talent. Masters plays it quickly. Turner looking to link up. I think they might have evaded the touch. No, great stuff in the end there from Chris Leonard. So he's already set up a try, and now he prevents one being scored there. A couple of plays still alive here for them. Masters, this is now the last, though. popped over the top, rushing through. I think the ball's been left to ground. No, it's ruled to have been put down, that one. I know we're not in a great vantage point, but I saw it bounce a fair bit.
Yeah, it come down from a long way in the sky. It brought rain, that pass, nearly. But Engels Cork, a nice little floater ball. They call it a sinker pass off a 4-on-3 platform. He seems to be the man that throws a lot of them sinker balls for the Scorps.
It's a level ball game now, early on in this one. End-to-end stuff as the Hornets come away through Hodges. He plays it here to Eagleton. Back to Hodges. Wanting the defence to approach him so they can launch an attack. Eagleton, back to Hodges. Good touch from Adanyana. Needed to make that. It was right on the line. Walkerton to Hodges. The Goosey from Eagleton. Oh, it's worked a treat. Has he gone all the way through? No, a late touch there from, I think, Long has got him. And, I mean, we talk about the speed and the pace that Long plays at. He needed to be quick there.
That was long reach from Long.
Very nicely done. Well, here is Long. Adanyana now driving forward. Off to Masters. Shifted out here to Cooper Wood. And another Masters on the field. Aiden in the 12. He's with it now. Now keep your eyes on this bloke, Malachi Ladalevu in the 15. He can certainly move, and he's got a sleight of hand too. He's a dangerous player. As the Hornets come up with it here. Eagleton heads towards the subs box. Quick interchange of passing. This is Botham, who's been really good throughout the entirety of the tournament. Ella's out there as well now. Cash, back to Ella's. The touch comes from Ladalevu. Botham brings it away to Ella's. Cash, Botham. The touch comes. Ella's once more. Botham trying to avoid a few defenders. He got down nicely and closed him down. Botham once more. Well, complete miscommunication on that play. I'm not quite sure he even knew what he was doing there.
Yeah, I think they just killed it. Scorpions got to bring it all the way over to their box if they want to come off. So, not a bad idea. Need a lot of defensive pressure here by the Hornets.
Working to the box pretty quickly, though. All things considered, they've done quite well to get the transition occurring as quick as they did. And they immediately create a roll-on here through Turner, and now offering it away to Davies. Turner driving at pace towards them, trying to slice through between Botham and Ehlers, but Ehlers did really well to shut things down.
That was good defensive there by Ehlers. He showed him the short side. I thought Turner might have had the pace there, but Ehlers covered him really well.
Botham gets the touch now. Was there a little bit extra in there from the Sydney Scorpions? No, they're just saying go back to the mark, which is something we don't usually see. It usually gets ruled one way or the other.
It's either a penalty or a drop ball, but that was an interesting call.
I've given benefit of the doubt to both sides there as it comes away through Lennon. Lennon now picking it up. Oh, great hands, because that was a tough take. Trying to flick it on. Instead, all they managed to do is leave it into the hands of the Scorpions player. And I'll tell you what, if he kept his footing there, that could have been a race to the try line.
I think he saw the white line and he just felt like falling over. He didn't want to go the length.
Here is Turner. Now a foot coming through the play of the ball there. Once more they'll leave it go. So a couple of instances of the referees just providing both sides with the benefit of the doubt. This will be the last now. Masters back on the inside, but a good touch comes up and closes things down. However, not back the required distance. Another set of 6 to contend with for the Hornets.
You can see the Scorps are starting to tuck into passive, so obviously the Hornets are shutting down hard on the outside. So that's why they generate the passive play.
Here's Aiden Masters. Good touch on him from William Steele. Long to Max Masters. Now here is Aiden. Aiden will go for the long pass now. Surely that's gone forward by a mile. Yes, it has. I'm just assessing how the wind is going. I'm becoming my own little flailing arm man that you see at those car yards. Figured it out.
The
it is indeed
windsock.
going behind. Yes, the windsock. It's coming behind the Scorpions at the moment. So that certainly would have helped that pass on that occasion. Eagleton turns it back on the inside here to Hodges, who's got them backpedaling. Eagleton, he can certainly cause a few problems. The long pass comes towards Doherty. Doherty still holding it up. The wraparound play, really well defended in the end though from the Scorpions.
Doherty should have kept heading to the corner, dragged the winger and then touched it back in. He tried to step him. He should have just passed it.
It was Masters who did extremely well on that occasion to handle two of them. Could have potentially been forceful contact there from Sam Mitchell. Even here, one of the players say, stop pushing me. Here is Ladalevu, leaves it behind, still rushing forward here. Good stuff though to shut down Angles Cork. It's the Hunter Hornets working away from their own end. Hodges gets it off to Walkerton as they work towards the transitional area. Subs box coming on. They're all rushing up quickly. A couple of dummies did well to open up some space for Botham, who's still alive here. Hard man to stop. Ladalevu gets the touch though, just on the fingertips. Cash looking to make it rain. Over the top, feigning to link up, and eventually finding Doherty, who gets his second. Well, he held that one up for an absolute age. It was like a magic trick. He just wouldn't release it.
Yeah, the old Cash, man. He got through, out to Doherty, and he stayed inside the play. Simple through try from the dummy half there. Let's see what the Scorpions have got in reply.
Good patience shown as well on that occasion as well from the Hornets. There was the potential to try not for a flick or head back out towards the open left, but he just delayed the pass enough to provide that opportunity, as we see Turner, who is the captain, unfortunately not leading by example on that occasion. Ehlers will work it away now for the Hornets. Ooh, over the head of Botham, who did really, really well to keep it in. But he has left that one down. So how often do we see it? They catch the impossible pass and then drop the simple one.
Yeah, that's always the way. I think Turner will make up for his mistake here. He will try and lead by example now.
Here he is once more with the ball, operating through that central passage. Touch comes up from Eagleton. Masters. Turner delivering it away, then back on the inside to Turner. Now there's a bit of a problem. Oh, that was really building nicely.
That was on. That was nice phase play there by Turner. They just couldn't find that last pass out to Boschita, and he just went behind him.
Touch coming through there on Eggleton as they head towards the sideline through Plaister. These local Central Coast players. Aiden Masters making the touch on that occasion. Hodges shifting upfield. Play on here for the Hornets. They're working at pace. But a good touch in the end there from Max Masters. The Masters boys have been good so far in this one.
Yeah, once again, really good defence. Showed in the short side. As soon as Eagleton got to his what we call the 3 o'clock, then he just mowed him down and made that touch.
The wind really starting to pick up here at Tuggerah as well. Oh, that looks forward. Play on for now, but it is definitely favouring the Hunter Hornets, who also have a 2-1 lead. So how important will that win prove to be as this match unfolds? A couple of dummies. Dummies for days. It looks like a baby store at the moment. Pacifiers all over the place. But they're finally caught here, and the Hornets can come away with it. Starting this set from 7 out. That was flat at best. Still driving forward. Oh, they were caught offside, and that meant they could pick up a further 10 metres or so. Actually hasn't really worked in the Hornets' favour, though, because you end up going off the mark. Subs come on. Transition not too bad, though. They recover quite quickly here. Cash on the last. Here's Botham off the left. The cutout ball. Again, the option was on, but just far too wide. Hanging out there was Riley Stacey, but probably not his issue there, really. Botham had to hit the man in the link position.
Yeah, he didn't really look where he was passing to there. He just sort of let it rip, hoping, the old Hail Mary, hoping it would hit somebody.
I tell you now, you learn in about year 2 that you can't just let it rip in front of other people, so that's not particularly good. Now work it on here through Aiden Masters. That's wonderful timing on that play, and really driving forward there is Charlia. Aiden Masters, the long ball, holding up in the breeze, and well dealt with by Riley Stacey. And he negates any potential try-scoring opportunity there as the Hornets go on the attack now. Continuing to drive up through the centre here. Nice little delay on the pass. Lennon, they've got them backpedaling all the way through. Goes William Steele. And I'll tell you what, the Hornets looking really good now.
That's 10 minutes into the game there, James, so almost halfway through the game here. The score 2-1 to the Scorpions. 3-1 to the Scorpions, I do apologise.
3-1 to the Hornets.
Hornets.
Hornets indeed, or is it? Yes.
I'm in all sorts.
But you have given me the time check, so that's what we're all about. We've got to know exactly where we're up to. Approaching the halfway point in this match. Of course, 25-minute matches, no half time, so fatigue does start to become quite a big factor especially considering the pace. They're playing at Turner. Beautiful delay, but just getting in there. The Hornets have been brilliant in defence in this match so far, because
well
the
defended.
Scorpions, they have thrown a lot at them.
They call that the old middle play. A New Zealand player, New Zealand captain for years, he designed that middle play and they named it after him, where the winger just runs in and unders line, catches a lot of wingers off guard.
The Hornets are looking to catch the Scorpions off guard here, and they're picking up pretty good meterage so far. Oh, that's a bustling run as well there from Sam Mitchell. And they'll continue moving upfield here through Hodges. Last play now, Eagleton. Oh, beautiful ball to both of them. It was such a well-disguised pass, but just falling short.
Yeah, just need to give a little bit more oomph and they would have been over the try line.
Jeez, he came from such depth there, both of them. You can even see him tracking around from the left-hand side of the field with a very deep sweeping play.
Yeah, that's that passive line that a lot of players, especially Hornets, they're really renowned for it, the Hornets men's teams.
Here is Long driving forward for the Scorpions. Ooh, half a gap presented itself there for Riley Canning.
Eagleton called no, and the referee just brought it back. So good honesty by Eagleton, but the referees didn't listen to him.
Well, the Scorpions might be ruining it. But of course, we've talked about this in multiple tournaments, David, that one of the key things about touch is honesty. You've got to make sure that you are indicating whether you did get the touch or not as a defender, even if you're with the ball. Yeah. Speaking of being with the ball, here comes Diamond looking to create his own namesake, but he just can't produce the special gem at the end of that play. So the Scorpions survive once more. Adanyana. Oh, huge miscommunication, and their hands go out as he's saying, I'm heading to the sideline. What do you want me to do? It's going to fall well short of me.
Yeah, Adanyana need to go direct there. He didn't even need to look to pass. Go direct on that play, and then the next play come to the box. Be patient.
Has now put the Scorpions under huge pressure as Ellers tries to dive through a little gap, and I think he might have hurt himself here too, Ellers. Yeah, just clutching at his shoulder. Keep an eye on him. Might just be one of those burners we hear so much about. Played here. Ellers a chance to test it out straight away. It's looking a little bit wonky, actually, that arm at the moment. Dropped off here from Diamond. Diamond just losing his footing.
I reckon if you got to reach out there, the link was offside, so could have been a try there. I reckon Ellers is calling the bluff here. I reckon he's fine.
Doing the old Neymars, rolling around on the ground for 50 metres. Last play now. Here is Diamond. The cutout, Paul. There was oodles of space. What happened there with the Scorpions' defence? I'll tell you what, the Hornets won't mind, because that is try number 4, and a 3-point lead now opens up.
Yeah, just a simple sweeper. Sweeper and got him on the short side. Winger was in a bit tight.
Riley Stacey capitalising completely on that play there.
At the 14-minute mark, James, so 10 minutes to go here.
Things are starting to get a little bit dire here for the Sydney Scorpions. They must be next to score. And the Hunter Hornets have turned out to be the giant killers. We know they are one of the key sides themselves, but as you mentioned, they knocked off who you thought would probably take it out in the form of the Sydney Mets. And from what we've seen, the Scorpions, they have been brilliant in this tournament. That is pretty much a summation of the tournament combined with this particular match, though. It's not quite sticking for them, but that's what they can do.
Yeah, they're a dangerous team if everything comes off for them. But Engels corked there, a nice bullet ball out to the link. Unfortunately, the link just couldn't hold the ball to finish off the try.
So the Hornets in a really commanding position here. Less than 10 on the clock. They're up by 3, 4 tries to 1. Lennon with ball in hand. Huge pass out wide. Pop back on the inside. Good cover, though, from Aidan Masters. Still alive here for Lennon. Off the left foot. Jinking, darting, dumbing, weaving. Looking to link up. The touch came and he's thrown it away. Good defence in the end from the Scorpions.
He looks sharp, Lennon. They left to right. It's quite funny with this age group. There's a lot of left to right passes where, give it a generation before, it was all right to left. It's quite funny how that happens.
Well, look, I certainly never played at quite the standard these guys did, but I'm an interesting character in the sense that I will kick a ball with my right foot, but when it comes to passing the foot, it is left to right, along with brushing my teeth, believe it or not, despite being right-handed.
Well, I play golf right-handed, but I play cricket left-handed.
Okay, that is quite bizarre. I don't know what's going on there. I dare to ask your golf handicap and also the average cricket score. Which one's worse?
Cricket score, off 6 for golf, but though cricket, I was a bowler, not much of a batter.
That's actually high quality. You're off 6, I'll be off 36. Here are the Scorpions trying to dive through and just get something back here. They do get the touch at the death there, the Hunter Hornets. Masters receives it from Turner. Now Turner will try and launch an attack himself.
Nice
Back on the inside. No touch. And the Scorpions strike back. We have a ball game. 4-2.
Nice setup, sweeper, trail play there by Turner. Set it up really well. Got the touching middle, from the Hornets, pulling a corner, and the trail pass was on.
Now there is still time here, and we know the Scorpions are certainly good enough. Around about 8 minutes left on the clock. More than enough time to pick up 2 tries. And the Hornets have left this one behind. Oh, rough call. They're suggesting there was some interference in the play of the ball. Geez, I don't know about that one, David.
I think the Scorpions just need to control themselves here.
Now, hopefully you're still getting the feed coming through. We're hearing a slight technical issue in our headphones at the moment. It will be Ellers driving forward. Ellers once more looking for the cutout pass. Doherty wants a hat-trick. Beat the first touch. Eventually stopped there by Masters. Off now to Lennon once more, who's been so dangerous in this match.
You've got to send the sweeper around the corner.
Here comes Lennon once more. Diamond back to Lennon. Rushing up and stopping it was Angles Cork, though. A couple of plays still left here. Lennon ushers them back underneath. This will now be the last. Lennon, a huge long pass. Doherty has to wait an eternity for it. Does really well to beat the first attempt, but Masters pushing up nicely. In fact, Angles Cork there shuts it down nicely.
I've been really impressed with the defensive Wood. I like him as a winger. I think he's improved out of sight through this tournament. He's possibly the leading winger in this tournament, I believe.
Well, there we go. There's a bit of an insight as to who might be part of that under-20s squad. Of course, a lot of these players will be asked to come up just so they can help their development a little further as the Scorpions produce an error with ball in hand. Once more, that offers an opportunity here for the Hornets. Now, I fancy the Hornets can go in again here. That's going to make life very difficult.
Yeah, big defensive set here for the Scorpions. If they can hold them out, they're still in the game. If not, it's going to make it very hard with about 5 or 6 minutes to go.
Pushing forward here is Eagleton. Chinking all over the place, looking like John Travolta back in Saturday Night Fever with some of those moves. Hodges does his best impersonation. Here's Botham. Quick hands away. Oh, great defence, though. That was well read. Who is that out there? That's Newbold. He did a great job, and in the end, he's actually managed to produce possession for his side. So they've passed that first test, David.
Yeah, and Kenning. It was Kenning out there in the link. Shut down that sweeper play really well.
Off it off to Angles Cork now, trying to get away from Botham. A couple of plays left in this set as Masters drops it off. This is the last now. Turner must link up, but he just couldn't find support there. A lot of his runners actually diverged away from him and made it just that little bit extra difficult.
He needed to come back to his box side on that play. His body motion was already going away from his box, but if he come back to the box, they might have had an overlap.
Eagleton drops it off and then heads to the sideline. That transitional play. Stepping up was Masters. Just behind, placed it there, but he did well to reel it in. Now Lennon at it with a full head of steam. Oh, the touch comes in. A very important one, though, from Angles Cork. Bit of pointing going on, but Angles Cork says, I absolutely got you. Don't you worry about that. But that was dangerous just for a moment there. A very important play from the Scorpions. Still trailing by 2. Less than 5 on the clock. The ball comes, and I think that's quite a purposeful play on that occasion, just to make sure they're quite far away from the box.
Yeah, they want them as far away from their box as they can. That way it makes it hard for the Scorpions to get over here in early touches.
Comes out to Angles Cork, little shimmy, wrapping around as Turner. Such a hard worker for this side. Does a great job there to pick up as many metres as possible. Adanyana, off now to Long. He's been really good in this tournament. We haven't quite seen him at full pelt in this match itself, though. Adanyana with the bat on. It was the right play. It just didn't find the mark of Wood, though.
Yeah, it was a nice little tap-on play. Maybe he had time to catch and pass, but when the game's so fast, they just can't tell. So a tap-on is the way to go.
Around about 3 minutes left in this one, so you fancy the next set of 6 has to be a try-scoring set for the Sydney Scorpions if they are any chance of sending this one to the drop-off zone. I think an outright win at this point is beyond the cards.
Yeah, they're running out of time, unfortunately.
Botham evaded the first touch of Adanyana and promoted it a further 10 metres. Ellis drops it off. Diamond, ball out in two hands, hovering for an eternity, but all he manages to do is find the opposition's hands. Here's Long. This has to be the play now for them. Turner upfield, but the transition, that's left a lot to be desired and has really slowed down the play here. Now, this man hasn't seen a great deal of ball of late. The Ladalevu is on there now. Can he conjure up something? They'll go back to Ladalevu. Last play now. They must produce a result. Masters out. Angles Cork over the top. Oh! Wood, if he could have reeled it in, it was a tough pass, but that had to be it.
That was a very good line that Angles Court ran. He shaped to go in and run under his line, and then he just popped on the out, got in the outside the link, and just couldn't find his winger. It was just over his head. We've got 2 minutes, a bit over 2 minutes to go.
So trouble here for the Scorpions, I tell you what. Had they scored that, an absolute grandstand finish. It might not be just time yet, though. There may be one more opportunity to potentially force something, but truly, it has to be the next set, or that will be it. Eagleton gets halfway through, but the touch comes, which means changeover here for the Scorpions. This is it now, David. They must score here. Ladalevu pushes forward, offers it away to Angles Cork. You can have a look at them. They all look a little bit nervous at the moment, the Scorpions, playing with a bit more extra pace about them for this last little passage here.
They've got to run. They're not running.
Canning gives it off to Boschscheider. Back to Turner here. They've got to keep promoting the footy. They can't let it die. This is the last play now. They must score from it. Turner out the back, still alive. Oh, the touch comes, and that could be the biggest touch of the tournament so far. And a massive play from Sam Mitchell.
Well read on the passive by Sam Mitchell. They showed the passive, and he read it well, released early to make that affect that a touch.
So that's pretty much it here for the Hornets. There's just over a minute to go. All they have to do is wind down the clock. 2-point margin. Lennon knows it. He slows up on his run. Changing the pace here for Steele, who's one of the try scorers here today. Last play here for them. And Lennon, smart enough, he just runs directly at the defence. And in fact, he's earned his side another set of 6.
That's really helped the Hornets to seal this game. Lennon's been really sharp. Very impressive today in this game.
He'd be close to best on ground, you'd have to say. He's caused a whole heap of headaches with that long passing and fleet footwork too. Just conferring here with the touch judge. You can tell that means there's not much time remaining in this match. Lennon back off here to Plaister. Plaister driving forward, but the touch comes from the captain, Turner.
They're just got to keep diving and wind this clock down. This is good play, good timekeeping by the Hornets. They're just got to wind the clock right down. Don't be surprised if you just see another quickie and a dive just to waste a little bit more time.
Well,
don't give the ball back.
They are wearing that purple jersey we associate with the Storm, and there's very much some Storm gamesmanship coming out right now. It's out of the Bellamy playbook.
It'll be one set left.
It's the Scorpions. Can they at least finish on a high note? Oh, I thought Wood might have lost that there in playing it. They'll drop it off. Here is Angles Cork. He's had a very, very big match in this final. Certainly no fault of his. Long has been a little bit more quiet than we've seen so far in this tournament. Here is Long trying to link up. The touch comes, and that will do it. Riley Stacey is the last man to touch the ball, and it's been a phenomenal performance from the Hunter Hornets. They've upset the Sydney Mets in the semi, and they've caused a massive boil over here in the grand final. At full time, it is the Hunter Hornets 4-2 over the Sydney Scorpions. That brings a conclusion to our round of matches and our grand finals here. The 18 boys, the Hunter Hornets, are the champions, but don't you go too far. We still have the official ceremony, and of course, we will be awarding our merit team for the tournament. It's been an absolute pleasure to have your company, though, from myself, James Preston, and also David Stone. Thanks for tuning in to all the matches here at the Junior Regionals in Tuggerah. Stick around for the official presentation.